Hey guys, good morning. Wanted to come on here and do a video to show you guys how to make the tortillas again. I've done this video quite a few times. I think I've gone live with it maybe like 2 or 3 times. But I have some recorded videos already and I've shared them, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one again so you guys can see how I make the tortillas. Like I said, depending on the flour you use, it will have a little bit of a different consistency, I've noticed. I normally use a flour that I get at HEB, but this time I'm using the Great Value all-purpose flour. And I got that one at Walmart. Obviously, the Great Value is the Walmart brand. And I just fill these kind of containers, like old protein containers. And that's how I store them. I freeze them first and then I store them into these containers. And so I just wanted to show you how to do them one more time, and I'll just show you what I'm making for breakfast and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and bring down the camera, and hopefully you guys can see there inside the bowl. You guys will be able to see what I'm doing, okay? So let me just move you a little bit more, probably right there. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me go ahead and bring down the comments. So I'm sorry if I won't be able to see the comments, but I want to make sure you guys are able to see what I'm doing, okay? Which is really important to me. I'll go ahead and answer any comments and stuff like that once the video is over, because I don't have anybody to help me read comments and stuff. So, so I just use one of these bowls. Doesn't matter, just need a bowl. I do have the stove heating up already, the pan. It does need to be on medium height. You want medium heat. You want it to be really, really hot so that the tortillas will cook fast and you won't get like a hard tortilla. So keep that in mind. I went ahead and took out this lard. This is the one I use. Okay, so you can get this, I think it's like under $2, or it's like $2 at HEB. That's where I pick it up. I've tried looking for it at Walmart and they don't carry this, so I pick it up at HEB. I go ahead and use the salt and, like I said, the flour. And I always use this cup because I feel like this gives me the best measurement. So I use this cup and I fill it with lard and then I melt it in the microwave. So I'll just go ahead and show you. So I'm going to go ahead and do quite a bit of tortillas today. I'm going to make probably about 50 or 60. So I'm going to go ahead and take out some of the flour from here. And I need about, like I said, 6 or 7 cups. So there's 1. There's 2. And I'm not sure if this container is going to have enough, but there's 3. It doesn't matter if we get any flour on the counter because we're going to work on the counter anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So there's 4. There's 5. And I'm going to need another container, so give me a second. There's 5 right there. And let me get another container. I have the bag, but I'm just going to go ahead and use another container here. 6. And I'm going to do a 7th one, okay? So I'm going to do 7, okay? Because these go quick here. And I'm not going to put the flour away because I'm going to need it. So when I start extending it and rolling out the tortillas, the flour will be needed. So any of the flour that fell here is fine. Okay, so I have 7 cups here of flour. And then I just eyeballed the whole salt thing. But I'm going to go ahead and use a measuring cup. This is a teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon of salt. But obviously it's to taste. So there's 1. Okay. And then I'm going to use this one right here, which is the lard. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this lard in half. And then the other half, I'll use it for another day, for when I make tortillas again. And this is what I do. I just take it out, and I just go ahead and cut it right in the center, like that. I'll put the other one away for another day. And then this one right here, just go ahead and open it. Make sure you don't leave any of the plastic. Looks like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut it so it fits into our cup right here. So I'm going to put it here, like this. I'm just going to kind of squish it down, and I'm going to melt it. I'm going to put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes. I'm just going to kind of like squish it in there. Don't be afraid to get dirty, because this is going to be a very messy process. Anyway, okay, so I got that. I'm going to go ahead and throw this away. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to put that in the microwave. Usually I would let the dough rest for like 20 minutes. I used to do that, but I feel that I don't have to do that anymore. So I'm going to put this here for, you can see that it's hot. Okay, so I'm going to put it for 2 minutes. Hold on. 2 minutes. And I'm going to definitely need something to grab that with, because it is going to be very hot when it comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. And while that is melting, I will go ahead and grab one of these little plastic spoons and just kind of make sure that the salt goes everywhere. Just mix it up. That's it. It's just flour and salt. They already have flour that's like self-rising, and you can make tortillas just by adding water. But I like this recipe more. I feel like it just comes out so much better than the other one. But I used to buy that one, so I don't discriminate against that one. So, okay, I also have 2 pans here. I'm going to go ahead and put some of the leftover pork that I have. It's like pork for taquitos, but I went ahead and cooked them in salsa, homemade salsa. So I'm going to use that and some eggs, because I bought some eggs at HEB. They had them for like $3.77, and I'm going to go ahead and cook that. And then I also am going to make some beans. Beans go a long way, guys. I really like these pinto beans, and I'm going to go ahead and make them like estilo charro. So I took out some of these weenies, and I'm going to put some of those in there just to kind of fill them up. And so yeah, I'll do this at the very end after I'm done making the flour, because this is what takes longer. Okay, so that everything's nice and hot and warm when I create the taco. I don't like cold egg, and I don't like, you know, cold beans, and the tortillas are hot. So I'm going to go ahead and do this process first, because this takes longer. And while the other stuff cooks, they're coming out, and yeah, that's just how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take out the lard, the melted lard. Let me just show it to you. This is how it comes out. So it's a little bit more than half a cup. It's like right here. So it's just a tiny bit over, but that's perfectly fine. So what I do is I normally put water in here. I'll turn on my faucet and put like hot water in here, just so I can fill it to the top. And I'll do that, and then I'll do 1 more cup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so you can see right here, I went ahead and filled it up all the way to the top, and that was just water. Okay, so now I'm going to just go ahead and pour it in. There's a little a few pieces of lard that didn't get melted, but that's okay, that's fine. It's gonna melt right now with the hot water. And I'm gonna add 1 more cup of just water. And try to make sure that it's like hot. So kind of let your hot water run a little bit, because that does make a difference. The other day I did it with cold water and I feel like they came out more pita-ish. So make sure it's like hot water. Or at least warm water. Don't let it be cold. Make sure it's hot. Okay, so got some hot water here, all the way to the top. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it all in. Set that aside, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and mix. And I gotta put my hand in right now because obviously everything is really hot and we don't wanna do that. We don't wanna get burned. So I'm just gonna use this plastic spoon for a little bit just to kind of mix everything. And you don't want to overwork the flour either. So I'll show you that in a little bit, what consistency we're looking for. Because if you overwork it, it'll dry out and then you won't get really nice and fluffy tortillas. Like really soft. I saw a video where they were making tortillas with butter, and I haven't done that recipe. Instead of using lard, they were using butter, but I haven't tried it. One of these days maybe I might try it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put my hand in and just go ahead and make sure that we don't have any flour at the bottom. I've been teaching my kids how to make tortillas so they know how to do it. My daughter did good, so did my son. Just have to work on the shape a little bit, but that takes a lot of practice. I've had to do tortillas for quite a while in order to semi-achieve the roundness of the tortilla. So I'm just trying to get all that flour from underneath. So this is the consistency that you want, and this is kind of what you want your bowl to look like. You want it to look clean. You don't want it to be dry at all or have any flour. This is how you know you put enough lard. So you'll see that there's no more flour in the bowl. It looks nice and clean because we put enough lard in the flour. So I'm going to put this aside. And now you can see that it's nice and soft. Like this. I'm just going to kind of work it a little bit. And if you need to add any more flour at this point, you can, but I feel like it's at a very good consistency. Like I said, used to put a timer for 20 minutes and I would let it rest. I don't really do that anymore. I kind of just start working it. Just gonna put the rest of the flour that fell here on it. Don't really have to, but because we're still gonna add flour when we extend it. But this is the consistency that you want. You can start seeing it kind of come down on its own, see? It's got enough lard in there. You can even kind of hear it a little bit. Okay. So it's nice and moist, all right? This is what it looks like. And you can kind of see it, it's a little shiny. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a little bit shiny. So that means it has enough lard in there. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take about a cup of flour and put it on the side here. Just show you what I'm doing. I like to have some flour on the side. And I like to put some on my workspace. I'm just putting the flour here to the side, right here. And let me just move you guys back a little bit, like right there. And so so you guys can see me work. Okay, so this is the rolling pin. And I'm gonna just put some flour on it, not too much, but enough. And I'm gonna put some flour here on the workspace. Just show you real quick. Put some flour right here. And I'm gonna take some, this is how I like to make my measurements. I just do this and then I put them in my hand and I squeeze it out. And that's what I'll do. And I just kind of flatten it out where you have like a round shape. And then I kind of just put it in the flour like that. Make sure that you have enough flour on your workspace here. And then you just start rolling them out. And you have to turn them so that they don't stick. These are going to come out super soft, I can tell. They're actually better than the last ones that I did. You can tell that they're starting to look a little round there. Hold on. Hold on, guys. The other ones that I did, I feel like I added a little bit more flour than I was supposed to. Maybe that's why they were a little bit harder to work with and they came out a little bit more pita-ish. You can kind of just work them with your fingers here. It doesn't have to be always a rolling pin, just to give it that round shape. That's what I normally do. And I get that round shape. Now I'm going to just put it here and just kind of keep an eye on it while I'm working over here. Once again, put like some in my hand. And then what I do is I kind of just squeeze some out like this. And that's what my tortilla will be. Put some on both sides. Kind of just helps not to stick to the rolling pin. And then just work it, stretch it. And just keep an eye on the tortillas, make sure that they're, once they start to bubble, I just kind of move it to the other side. And what I've been doing lately to keep them nice and like soft and moist, I try to put them in, I'm trying to look for it, hold on. I need to look for it. But if not, I guess I will just put it in this other bowl right here and then just cover it with a towel. But I'll start putting them there for now. This one's already going to be coming out. You don't want to fully cook them because you want to be able to cook them, you know, later. Like you want to reheat them, and so you don't want them to be too hard. So make sure that you cook them only to the point where like they're like semi-cooked. They're not like fully cooked. Unless you're going to eat them now. Like we're going to eat some right now. So it's fine for right now. Okay. I'm just going to stretch it with my hands here. This one should be done. There's one. I need to find a little towel or something to put on there because I don't want them to get hard. Just add some more flour here on both sides. Like that. And see how they start to bubble over here? Just turn it and move it to the other side. Sorry, I'm not as loud as I usually am. It's just that hubby's working and I have to kind of keep my voice down. So I was debating whether to do this video because I can't really speak too loudly because he works from home and keep it down. Okay, so like this, and then just put it in the flour, and then just roll it out. This recipe should work all the time. It just, you know, just rewatch the video and practice. That's what's been helping me, just practicing. That's why I do it so often. And you all honestly encourage me to continue to do it because you guys ask for the recipe all the time. And you guys like the videos and the pictures that I post of tacos. So that helps me to continue to do them. And then obviously inflation right now obviously forces me to do this because this definitely helps and it goes a long way. And there you go, there's 4 of them. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more and then I'll start working on the eggs just so the kids don't have to keep waiting for food. And hubby should be out like at 12:30 to eat. So we'll start on the other stuff and I'll let the dough sit for a little bit. You don't want it to sit for too long because you don't want it to dry out unless you have like some saran wrap or something to cover it with, or a towel or something, but you don't want to let the dough sit for too long because then it's like kind of like masa. It kind of dries out, so you don't want that. At least I've noticed that it'll be harder for you to work with. Like right now I'm barely putting any effort with my back, and you guys know I have a bad back, to extend because it's so soft. So they're coming out really good. I really like the way they're coming out. They're coming out super soft. I can start feeling that it's starting to dry out a little bit because it starts like making like a little bit of a, I don't want to say like a crust, but it kind of gets a little, you can just feel that it's getting kind of dry. So we need to work fast. I'm just taking a little bit because I'm trying to explain, but normally I'm a little bit faster than this. Just do these 2, and then I'll start with the other stuff. Hold on, guys. Just need to have enough. I need to have at least 2 tortillas for each. Okay, we need to add some more flour to the pan because tortilla is starting to stick. You don't want that to stick. Don't forget about the tortillas. Okay, here goes another one. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do the beans. I'll try to remix the video in a reel so you guys can see a shorter version of it for those of you who are busy and who don't have a lot of time to watch the live. But some people like to watch the live and they have the time to do it. So, okay, so that's what it looks like. Gotta take this one out. Move this one over and put this one in. Okay, so I'm gonna stop for a little bit and I'm gonna just turn my dough over because it is getting kind of dry. So I can start working over here on the beans. Okay, so right here I have a pot and I'm gonna go ahead and open up this can. Oh, guys. Let me just make sure it's on. Turn it on right now, so keep an eye on the tortillas, make sure they don't burn. Okay. So what I do normally is I take out the water that's in here and I kind of just rinse them out a little bit in the sink. Okay, so once I get all the water out from there, I put it in here. Put some more water in here because there's some beans left over. And then just add more water. I add about maybe two cans of water to the beans. I need to take care of the tortillas. Hold on, guys. Almost full here. Here's one. I'll put another one in a little bit. And here is the second one. Come on. Okay. So there's 2 cans right there of water. Take these out. I'll put these in the microwave so they kind of stay warm. Okay. So I have 2 cans of water in here, the beans. And what I do is I normally like to boil it, but I'm going to go ahead and do this in front of you so you guys know what's going on the stove. And what I do is I'll just use this one. Okay, so I take one of these, I'll take the Knorr. And especially right now because I don't have any tomatoes. Normally I like to cut up tomatoes and put them in here. But I'm going to take one of these, okay? And like 1.5. I'd say 1.5. And then I will add all of the stuff like the onions. Just have like maybe half a small onion here. And I like to put tomatoes, but I don't have tomatoes right now. I just ran out. I'm going to put some cilantro. I have some cilantro right here that I need to wash. And then I'll cut. So I'm going to take about a handful of some cilantro. I'm going to rinse it. And I'm just going to chop it up over here where you guys can't see me do it, but I'm going to go ahead and show you that I'm going to put all the cilantro in there. So I'm going to add all this cilantro in here. Just rinse my hands real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and chop up some of the weenies over here on the side. I try to put about 4 weenies, give or take 4 weenies, and I just cut them up into small pieces. And I do like fresh tomatoes in here, but I don't have any right now, and that's like not cool, but I just don't have any. So here goes the weenies. I can add like 1 more. I like to add 4. You know what? I'll just leave the other 4 for something else. Right now we gotta conserve, guys. We gotta conserve. So I will leave that for something else. And then what I like to add is some garlic. I have fresh garlic, but I don't like to put the garlic in there because I don't like to bite on the garlic all the time. I have some lemon pepper, and right now they have these I think on sale at what's it called, Walmart. The only thing I'm missing are those tomatoes, the fresh tomatoes. I have some onion right here. Even though we already have some onion in there, I put some onion. And then we already have some, like I said, lemon pepper, but I'm going to add some extra pepper because hubby really likes pepper. So that's what I add. And the other thing I added the other day, which made it even better, was the homemade salsa. I added some homemade salsa, but right now I don't have any. I already finished it. So this is gonna go on the stove, and we're gonna start boiling it up and cooking it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start over here. Okay, we're gonna start the pork. So this has already been cooked and it's got salsa in there. So it's nice and spicy. It's not a lot, but I need to use this up. So I'm gonna put some in the pan. I'm gonna put it in the pan, and then I'm gonna put some oil in there. Well, right now we've been actually using the lard to cook with, and I normally like to use like coconut oil, and like I'm more into olive oil and stuff like that. But right now, guys, this goes a long way because I use it for tortillas, and so I can use it for cooking. It's not my favorite thing to do. I like coconut oil and olive oil, but right now I'm gonna use what I can use. Okay, so while that is cooking, I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna start again on the tortilla so that I can get more done. Okay, so my hands are a little bit wet, which is fine because I need to get into this dough. And I'm gonna do this. You don't want your hands to be too wet, but somewhat wet, that's fine. Okay, put the rest of the moisture on this masa because it is getting kind of hard on me. I normally don't like to let it sit for too long because I don't want it to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the flour, and we're gonna start making some more of these little, what do you call them? The little costalitos, I guess that's what they call them. I don't know if that's the right word, guys, but just make it round. Like this. Like that. Okay, so I have 4 ready to work with. And to flour my pan because if not, it starts sticking. You can start hearing the lard cooking, the meat. Okay. There goes one. Start off on this side, that's usually how I do it. And then I'll move on to the next side. Flour the pin again. You always want to like make sure you have enough flour on your work surface. I don't like to add too much flour to it because I don't want it to be very powdery. But there goes another one. We're going to move this one over. It already started bubbling. Move this one over and put that there. I'm going to stir this. Smells good. And take out the bowl. And then start the other tortilla. Okay, we can start adding the eggs already. So I'm going to add 6 eggs to this. Because this, I'm going to turn off the mecha, because this mecha over here, it has a mind of its own, and it just heats up really fast. I'm going to add 6 eggs. I need to hurry because I got to turn that tortilla over there. Like that. I don't think I've done a video like this where I make the beans and the pork with egg. I don't think I have done that kind of video, so put those on there, and I will work on some more tortillas while that is cooking. Okay, I have to add some more flour here because it was kind of sticking, and my hands get wet, and yeah, it just kind of slows down the process when I have to wash my hands every minute. Yeah, always make sure you have enough flour on that pin, that rolling pin, because if not, everything just sticks. Okay. Doesn't really matter the shape, guys, but I'm doing pretty good right now on camera to show you the roundness. It's not always the case. Sometimes they want to come out their own way. Okay, let's see. Is this thing on or not? It is on, I just don't see it boiling. This is already bubbling, so let's move it over. And let's do some more tortillas. This is my workout, guys. This is what I do to work out. And they go by so quickly, the tortillas. All the work that goes into making them, but they go by so quickly. Okay, here goes another one. They're not coming out burrito style, but they're coming out pretty good. And they're coming out super soft, which is the best part. I just wish I had my, what do you call it? My pot, so that I could keep them nice and warm. I know the microwave is there, but it's not the same. You want the steam from the pot to keep it hot. There it is. I found it. So this is the pot. I'll put them in here instead, because I do want that steam to keep them hot. See, they're not as hot as I would like them to be. So when I put them in here, they stay nice and hot. Let me get a lid, and let me not forget about the egg. The egg is definitely done. So let me move this over here and put this in the microwave to keep it warm. Like that. I'm going to turn this off over here. And I'm going to put a lid over here to keep it nice and hot. Alright. There's a lot that goes on in the kitchen, guys. Especially when you're making tortillas. Your mind has to be everywhere at the same time. You gotta be fast because people are hungry. Okay, this one's done. So the steam will keep that nice and warm and soft. And you'll see them right now, how they roll really pretty. I'll show you. I'll take one for the team and eat one in front of you so you guys can see how nice and soft they are. Okay, so there goes another one. And this might be taking a while because I had turned off the mecha because it was so hot. Okay, so I got some more to do. I still have a ton of dough to do, but everything should be ready except the beans. So look, it's still have all this to work. So I have a long way to go. I'm not going to do all that on camera for you, but I will show you how I prepare the tacos so you guys can see them once the beans are ready. I'll go ahead and show you that. And I hope you guys are able to hear me well in the video because like I said, hubby is working and it's kind of hard to do the video, but hopefully you guys will learn from the video either way. Okay, so let me check on the beans. It's getting hot in here. Make sure that they are good. I still need some time, guys, because I can feel it. It's not boiling enough. It's not where it needs to be yet. So it still needs some time. I'll go put the eggs away. And we have eggs for like one more breakfast. Let me try my tortilla. This one's ready, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna bring these tortillas over here just so I can show you how they look. So, looks like this. Like this, okay? Remember that they were not in the pot at the beginning. They should have been, but see how soft they are? I'll go ahead and show you how they roll. If I would have put them earlier in the pot, they would have been even softer, but you can see how nice they roll. They roll really, really good. If they had some butter right now, it'd be really good, but they're still really good. Super soft. It's good. Another bite here. The beans are going to take a little bit. So, let me ask the kids if they want beans. If not, I'll just make their taco. And I guess you guys will see that. Rem, do you want beans? Remy, do you want beans?
Beans?
No chorizo. They're the other ones, the pinto beans. No? Nani, you want beans?
What type of beans?
The charro.
Like restaurant, yeah.
Not the refried.
I guess.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you might have to wait a little bit, but Remy, you can come get your tacos. Okay, guys. Let me take out the egg real quick. My son doesn't like beans, the pinto beans, so we're just gonna give him 2 tacos. Obviously these are very big, but it's fine. That's what helps fill him up. It's not a lot of eggs, but the tortilla definitely helps to fill him up. And so do the beans. The beans also help. So they're not going to be super full, but they'll be enough for him. Okay. So there's cheese if you want cheese, babe. So that's what it looks like. Okay. And they're nice and soft. So there you go, babe.
Thanks.
All right. I know he'll be back for some more tortillas in a little bit, so because he really likes them. So right now, I think I need to give the beans like 5 more minutes. Starting to foam up here, but it still needs a little bit more time. I wish I had that homemade salsa, but I don't have any. I don't think I have any. I'll check again in the fridge, but I don't think I have any. The salsa does really, really help. Let me see if I have it, guys. That does make a difference. Believe it or not. I don't think I do. I don't. I need to have hubby make some more salsa. Nothing. We like spicy beans. So, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start making hubby's. He should be out already. I'm not sure why he's not out. Should have been out already for lunch. I'll start making my daughter's first. And then I'll make his. So this is gonna be hers. I'll put a few beans on here because I don't want it to be like a soggy tortilla. But adding the beans on here will definitely fill them up. Just taking off all the liquid I can. Usually I like to give it to them in a bowl, but okay, so this is, I took out most of the liquid. I put some beans here. Okay. Rihanna, come get your tacos. Okay, so these are hers. They're super hot, so just be careful, princess. And then I'm gonna turn this off already. And hopefully hubby comes out right now. I'm fine because I had a little bit of the tortilla already. I'm just gonna continue to make the tortillas, guys. This is already off, so I'm gonna have to take it off because it is definitely foaming up. Here goes another tortilla. It's a smaller one, but it's fine. They all go. I make small ones for my daughter and bigger ones for my son because he likes the bigger ones. My daughter likes the smaller ones. Kind of just make a few medium ones. Sometimes I like to make the burrito size, but right now I'm just making them regular. Here goes another one. This is already bubbling. Food's right here, babe. Princess, it's right there.
I know. Is there any sauce?
Baby, there isn't. Daddy doesn't have any. We can make salsa. Mira, there's this one. You want this one? I wish there was homemade, but there's no homemade.
There is some left, Mother.
There is?
Very little.
Oh, not that one. I was talking about the red one.
No, let one use the red one. There's also French onion.
Yeah, you can use the French onion. Nobody's used the French onion.
I'll use both.
That looks good. Should have come and showed it on camera.
Nah.
Why? You don't want them to see how you eat?
Nah, they don't need to see it.
Why?
Because
Why?
they're on the wrong one. Gosh.
Wow, you know. Okay, guys. Why is your dad not coming out?
I don't know.
Does he have a meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Rem? Does Dad have a meeting?
I don't know.
Did he say he was going to?
Bro, I was knocked out, so I don't know.
I don't hear him talking. Maybe
Probably
he went to
knocked out.
sleep.
Yeah.
Babe. He's quiet.
Taking his nap time.
Did he eat something in the morning?
Don't know. Like I said, I was knocked out.
Neda, go and check that door. Find out what's going on with your dad. Like, don't stick your whole head in there. Just kind of just.
It's locked.
Oh, then he's in a meeting.
Imagine if I walked in there with shorts on.
Okay, well, guys, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Hubby's probably not gonna be out right now, but I already went ahead and showed you some tacos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned how to make tortillas. And if you did like the video, sorry it was like, you know, very low. Because I have to be kind of quiet because hubby's working. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video either way. And I hope you guys learned something. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.